What are the best films of 2025 so far? It's been a great year, but Anthony and I are going to do our own separate lists of what we think are our 10 best so far. Anthony, this has been a great year.
Yes.
I can't deny. It's been a great year for film. Horror's been booming. We've had some great action, science fiction. We've had a few bangers here and there. But I gotta say, horror's really taken the cake in 2025. You know, 2022 was a fantastic year for horror, but man, I think I got 3 horror movies on my top 10 so far of 2025.
I gotta say, this is the best year of horror in years, and everyone from Oscar Perkins to Ari Aster and Zach Kreger coming out with bangers. And last year was really great with Robert Eggers finishing up the year with Nosferatu for Christmas time. So we finished off really well with horror, but it's just been slamming. There's been some also really good action movies this year. Mission Impossible, I think their final film came out this year. I think there's been a fantastic and eclectic mix of movies, and it only showed, based upon audiences coming out for original films like Sinners and Weapons, that they're interested in new stories, and Warner Brothers committing a bulk of their production going forward into original stories for the first time in years.
Paramount is going to as well.
Okay, that's great.
They just signed a new deal.
That shows us that, you know what, maybe just making the same movies over and over again isn't working. And then this year, I think, was the biggest year for original films so far that I can remember since before 2020. Because of how well they're performing at the box office. So amazing original stories, some really cool IP stuff, a couple of very good sequels, and a couple of surprises. We have a list of each of our 10 favorite films because they are very different lists. We were trying to put together a joint list. We couldn't agree, guys. We couldn't agree.
Are we calling this the 10 best in our opinions, or 10 favorites?
10 favorites.
10 favorites?
10
okay,
faves.
yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, let's do 10 faves. That way no one gets offended.
Because my best movie, people will be like up in arms, I think about.
I think so, too.
My favorite movie.
Honestly, well, I think the best movie of the year is a movie that is probably lowest rated of all the movies we'll talk about today.
It's possible. Before we get into the list, though, I would love to hear, we're in August now. Still got a couple of good months left of film coming out. What is your most anticipated movie for the rest of 2025?
I gotta go with my guy, Paul Thomas Anderson. New film with DiCaprio? Are you fucking kidding me? I cannot wait. Their new trailer.
Well, can you say the name of the movie for
One
people?
Battle After Another. Sorry.
You can say the fucking title, bro.
Because we were talking about it right before we rolled, so I was just like, it was like already mentioned a few minutes ago.
You see, I like to put myself in the perspective of the listener. Anthony's just doesn't, ever.
One Battle After Another is the
One
film
Battle After Another. Get
is
it
the
right.
film title. And they actually just finally dropped like really good, beautiful looking posters, I think. This film comes out in September. I can't wait to see him working on such a big scale with huge talent. The actors in this movie are fantastic, and I can't wait to see what he's got cooking. It's also going to be his first contemporary film, and since, I don't know, I think Punch Drunk Love. So 20 years since his last contemporary set film. So it'll be interesting to see what a PTA modern film looks like.
Well, it's a blend because it's going to be.
Yes.
I think it's mostly going to be taking place present day, but
Yes.
there's going to be quite a few flashbacks. It seems like. So I don't want to copy you and pick One Battle After Another as well. The name of the movie that
He likes
Anthony
to
was
copy
talking
me.
about. Oh, like
He likes
like
to.
you're the
He
only
likes to.
person who likes PTA. Get the hell out of here, Jesus Christ! Such a fucking purist over here, but. I'll pick something different because we still have so many great movies left. Just like to spitball some quick ones besides One Battle After Another.
Here goes James giving off a list of answers when he asked for
I'm
one.
not. No, I'm
answer.
not giving off a list. I'm just bringing movies up to people's attention that are coming out. I will pick one.
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
You better pick one.
Tron Ares is coming out in October. Eleanor the Great looks really great as well. As well as we have Avatar coming out at the end of the year. Black Phone 2 is going to be in October as well. We're going to have great horror is just absolutely off the charts this year, as well
The
as
Safdies.
Yeah, the Safdies both have movies coming out. We have Marty Supreme, which I cannot wait to see.
That was a great trailer.
See the trailer last week, as well as The Smashing Machine. We're going to have, like I said, Avatar 3.
Not the Punching Machine.
Predator Badlands that looks like a really good movie as well. So there's so many bangers coming out for the rest of the year. The Running Man from Edgar Wright.
Is that this year?
That's this year.
Oh yeah, it's in November, right?
I believe
Thanksgiving-ish?
I believe it's November. Yes.
Yeah. Fuck
And
yes.
so there's still so many movies coming
Him?
out that I'm expecting. Yeah, him comes out in September. That I'm really looking for. No Wicked for Good. So there's a lot of great films coming out. So for me, it's between Marty Supreme and honestly, I'm really excited about Avatar.
I'm looking forward for Avatar. Yeah.
But based in Begonia, we've got a New Yorgos Lanthimos movie coming out in
Begonia.
October as well.
Oh my God.
October 31st, Halloween Day is Begonia, which I can't wait for. But I gotta say, oh man, it's such a tough pick. But I'll probably go, fuck it, Marty Supreme.
Nice.
Marty Supreme.
Dude, when him and the other guys were just fucking smashing the ping pongs, oh my god, it
looks
looked great. He's like running
He's
across,
just dancing around like,
yeah,
I love it.
Looks
That movie
good.
looks incredible. I cannot wait to see it.
It's interesting. Both of their solo films are about athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's always a good way to tell a singular story, though, is with an athlete.
the competitive drive, the story.
I think it's because they're such like Scorsese fans. They love Raging Bull.
and they're both New York guys. I'm not. I mean, was MMA fighter originally from New York? Maybe.
I have no
Maybe not.
idea.
Yeah, but the guy Marty, the ping pong player, is a New York guy. So, you know.
Twinless
Anyways.
looks really good too. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go Marty Supreme. Screw it. So that's my number one most anticipated.
James, what was your most underwhelming film of the year of 2025 so far?
Thought about that.
And now we're halfway through the year, so it's like this is why we're doing the list. So far, a movie that you were excited about, maybe not like super hyped to see, but you were excited about that. After you watched it, you walked away like, you know what? I had really high hopes for that, and it was kind of underwhelming.
You know, I don't want to piss.
Yeah, come on, man. Be honest.
You know, I like 28 Years Later a lot.
Yes.
But I think for me, outside of the fantastic and inventive filmmaking, the story would let me down. I was let down by the story of 28 Years Later.
Mm-hmm.
The filmmaking, I think, was so grand and exceptional, and Danny Boyle is always pushing the envelope in so many interesting ways. But just off the top of my head, I think the story for 28 Years Later, but then Jurassic World Rebirth.
I didn't even watch it.
I convinced myself, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be
This time will be different.
This time, we're being reborn.
They care this time.
Nothing was reborn. So I would say, Jurassic World Rebirth. I just didn't. I expected it to be better. At the end of the day, the visual effects, filmmaking, great, but the story for me, again, those two movies of the stories were just lower than I expected.
I have one that it was a movie that I was really looking forward to seeing. And it was the first movie I saw when I was back from Europe. I was like, it never played in the UK. And I was like, finally, I can watch this film. I waited over a month to see it in Materialists. And I was really confused because the Letterboxd was a 3. And IMDb was like a 6. And I was like, why are these such low ratings? This movie looks great. And I watched it, and it was good. But as a follow-up to Past Lives, it was, I think, honestly, a big writing, artistic step down. The acting was not that great. It has a 3.1 on Letterboxd, and I mean, I was
Wow, that's pretty low.
Yeah, now I know.
Still haven't seen it.
Now I know why. And Celine Song, I like how she directs, but this film was ultimately, as a romantic film, disappointing. And I saved it. It was my first movie I watched when I was back in the USA, and luckily I had done a double feature with another film.
Double feature.
I can't remember what it was, but I loved the other film, so it saved the day. But I was really, underwhelmed because I had such high expectations following up Past Lives, and it was not in the same ballpark as that film. So Materialist was my most underwhelming of the year so far.
I know the movie that you watched, but before I tell you what that movie was,
I'm trying
real
to find
quick,
it.
Look over my right shoulder. We have an incredible F1 poster, which I think was the movie.
Oh no! I just found it.
This F1 poster was mailed to us by movieposters.com, our great friends who have been sponsors of the show for years. Use our code Raiders10 at checkout from movieposters.com to get 10% off your entire order today. We also have an affiliate link with the website. If you go into the podcast episode description, our Instagram, social media bios, you'll find that affiliate link. It gets us a commission of purchases with that link. Plus, you use the code Raiders10 to get 10% off. It's a win-win. Everyone's happy. The best place to get your posters today, movieposters.com. So it was not F1.
It was the Phoenician Scheme.
There we go.
And it was such a close. There were such close show times that I literally got out of Materialist, walked into Phoenician Scheme, and it was almost done with trailers. It worked out perfectly. And then
Was it the same theater?
Yeah, same theater. Yeah, it was just literally right down the hall in AMC, like 2 screens over.
You didn't even have to buy a ticket.
I didn't.
Oh,
I could have gotten. Well, I mean, I had AMC
So
stubs.
did you buy a ticket or not?
I did an A-list stubs.
Yeah,
purchase,
so you got a ticket.
Yeah, they got a sale.
Yeah.
Gotta get the sale in for them. Gotta
Of
support
course, that's what I'm
Wes.
saying. You're a good guy.
I saw F1 a few days later. I have another question for you. What was the biggest surprise for you this year? A movie that you were like, I'll go see it. You weren't really like going crazy about it. It didn't have much hype, and you were like, you see everything, so you're like, okay, I'll watch this movie. But it was actually pleasantly surprising for you, and it blew expectations in a way out of the water.
Together.
Okay.
Together, I liked the trailer a lot. I expected it to be a good film and a good horror movie and good body horror, but bro, I love that movie. My jaw was on the floor for half of it. I thought it was so well made, and I think Dave Franco and Alison Brie were so great together. Obviously, they're married in real life, but the chemistry was off the charts on screen because of that. But I just did not expect to love it as much as I did. And I really thought it was fantastic, and it was so fun and really hysterical at times, dark, twisted, demented. It really took me by surprise how great it really was, or at least that's how I responded to it. You know, I know people, it's kind of like it's had its run, and people aren't really talking about it anymore outside of the lawsuit. But man, I thought Together was fucking fantastic. It was so cringe-inducing in so many great ways.
Yeah,
and I ended up really loving it.
There's a movie that I was expecting to not like because it's a legacy sequel, the sixth one in the franchise. Final Destination Bloodlines was actually good. I was like, my expectations were on the floor.
Let's just start there.
They're on the floor, right? And I saw it in London because I had a day to myself, and I just love going to the movies, and they have some really cool theaters there.
Yeah, I've heard you like movies.
So I saw this at View Cinemas, which is like the kind of like an AMC or Showcase Cinemas out there. And there were like two other people in the theater because it was like 1 p.m. and on a Monday. And I gotta tell you, man, it was really surprisingly well directed, well crafted, an intriguing story. I like the setup. I like how they gave us something fresh in the franchise. It's not a great movie, but holy shit, I was not expecting it to be good. And the opening sequence is one of the best action sequences of the year. The entire tower sequence was, I think, once that got going, I was fully fucking in, man. I was locked and loaded in that opening prologue, and it never really hit those highs, but there are some really cool kills. Again, a little too much CGI for my taste, but at least it was creative CGI, like what they were doing to the people. I was pleasantly surprised. I would say Final Destination Bloodlines was the biggest surprise of this year. I was shocked how good it was.
That's a good answer.
Yeah,
I like that.
They were on my expectations. They were in that right there in the carpet.
Yeah, I think you like that one a little more than me, to be honest. But I still had a good time. But I'm telling you, man, horror is on fire. But now I think we got to start with our lists.
Yes.
We'll start from 10 all the way up to 1. Would you like to go first, or I can go first? I can lead us off.
Go lead us off. I'll just talk for a bit.
My number 10 favorite film of the year. I will say Together almost made my top 10, even though I just talked about it, but it was just close. So 28 years later, I also almost put my top 10. But number 10 for me was Friendship. This movie was outrageously funny, so unhinged. I hadn't laughed that hard in a theater for a new release and a new movie in years, man. It's been forever. I went to a packed house. It was the opening weekend.
Damn it, I wish I could have.
Vista Theater, 35 millimeter. It was a beautiful presentation. And my God, the whole crowd was so ready for this movie. We all locked in. We all wanted just to laugh our asses off to Tim Robinson's comedy and Paul Rudd. And my goodness, it was so terrific and original and bonkers and batshit crazy and so unique. And I think this is just like the comedy movie we needed. And we've had another great comedy this year as well with The Naked Gun. Both those movies laughing hysterically in theaters. But I loved Friendship because of how odd it was and almost this surreal comedy tone that is borderline almost impossible to pull off. There's really only a handful of movies that can really pull off that tightrope of like, what's happening? Is this in someone's head? Is this reality? Is it not reality? Because it feels like it's all fantasy sometimes.
Yeah.
But then the situations that Tim Robinson's character gets himself into, whether it's losing his wife inside the tunnels of the sewers or trying to save Paul Rudd from maintaining his reputation. I won't spoil how he does that multiple times. Or getting high on a hallucinogen and going to Subway and ordering a sandwich. It's just like, what is going on with this movie? I can't believe it exists, and I'm so happy it does. I cannot wait to rent this and finally give it a rewatch because I had so much fun. Number 10 on my year.
Great pick. My number 10 pick is Warfare, which was one of the most exhilarating sensory experiences in the theater so far this year. I think maybe just topped only by F1. Ray Mendoza, Alex Garland, really intriguing film. I love the stripped down nature of this kind of a war adaptation, just taking away everything that we've come to expect from other war films, whether it be characterization or plot or setting up what's happening. You really are just dropped into the action in this film, and I really like that. I thought it was a really interesting viewpoint and perspective of a war film. It was brutal. It was intense. It had a fantastic ending when it questions what the point of any of this was. The filmmaking was absolutely incredible. The sound design was unnerving, and for me, it had the biggest jump scare of the year, and it was an earned jump scare. It wasn't just some BS jump scare just
Jumped
to
out of
scare
my
you.
seat.
This is the only film this year where I jumped at the moment of the beginning of things going down.
Because you feel no emotions,
Yeah.
so you never jump scare.
Yeah.
You just hard agreed with that.
No, I
Did
disagree.
You even listen to what I said? You feel no emotions.
It wasn't
yeah.
processing. I was thinking like
Anthony
watching the
just admitted on camera that he feels no emotions.
nothing. No, because it lulls you into this kind of comfort, not comfort, but just it lulls you into this silence of silent anticipation until it sets off from one of the most striking moments of the year, built up with like just 5 minutes of build up for that moment, and once
30 minutes of build up.
But I mean, like that
Yeah,
sequence
yeah.
of getting ready to go
Yeah,
out.
because you make this point of homeostasis where you're just like everything's fine. And you're just chilling.
Man,
We're cool.
It was fantastic. I thought it was just like bombastic and incredible, exhilarating film. Number 10.
Well, I'm so glad we found out Anthony has no emotions. I've been telling you guys for years.
I thought you meant while watching
For
the film.
years
I thought
I've
you
been
meant
saying you're a robot.
I thought you meant like soldiers have to erase their get rid of their emotions.
Oh yeah, he's trying to backtrack, guys. Number 9 for me on my list, I have from Ari Aster, Eddington. I think this movie's really good, guys, and I think it's just unfortunate that it just disappeared. It's not in the zeitgeist at all. It had its quick run, and I think it's probably already mostly out of theaters. Unfortunately, didn't make a lot of money. Not many people saw it. Similar to Beau is Afraid. I think this was actually, the more I've digested this film and think about it, and more space between me and watching it, I definitely want to watch it again really soon. I think is actually just a remarkable feat of filmmaking, and I think Ari Aster's just got a huge pair to make a movie like this, to just make a movie about lockdowns and COVID and everything that went into it, with conspiracy theories, activists, protests, violence, people turning on each other, all the distractions that keep the masses at bay. You could argue that what Ari Aster's doing is showing how hysteria is sort of the new opiate of the masses. Social media is the new opiate of the masses, distracting us from everything that's going on in the world that really matters.
Sorry, were you saying something? Just doom scrolling.
He's showing that we're all fighting and bickering, we can't agree on anything, and we're turning on one another, and we're consumed with things that are happening online, whether it's social media posts, Instagram, conspiracy stuff, political things. But behind all that, while that's all happening, the biggest power wealth moves in the history of civilization are happening right under our feet, right under our noses, right in plain sight.
Happening right now.
And no one is noticing it. And really, that's the biggest point of the movie. But besides that, the characters are excellent. The acting's terrific. I mean, Pedro and Joaquin going blow for blow. Great role from Emma Stone as well. And I mean, Austin Butler's a rock star.
Did you see his new photo shoot?
He's got a great stylist. Well,
He's got no shirts on in it.
No, but I mean, like he's been doing a lot of campaign
he's got
stuff.
great style. Yeah,
He's been doing a lot of interviews lately.
Yeah.
So I think Eddington is just going to be one of the most misunderstood films of the decade for sure.
Yeah, just like Beau.
Yeah.
Just like Beau. At number 9, I have a little UK, little tiny indie comedy. It's like little itty bitty. It's so tiny. The Ballad of Wallace Island, from James Griffith, starring.
How is this?
I'll tell you, man. Starring Carey Mulligan, Tim Key, and Tom Badston. I didn't know any of these other two actors. I'd never seen them in anything before, but they're both fantastic, and Carey Mulligan's always outstanding. This is a really, really great film about music, about love and grief, and it's really funny too. I And I will say I didn't totally love it until the final 10 minutes because the ending of this movie packs an emotional wallop that just I was tearing up, man. It hit me. I was crying on the plane, man. Again,
You cry on every plane.
man, crying on the planes. Killed me, man. But it's about this guy who used to be a famous folk musician. Now he's a rock star, and he's like desperate to maintain his image. When he was a folk singer, he was a duo with Carey Mulligan, his ex-girlfriend. They broke up. Their band broke up, and he's been solo ever since, and she stopped playing music. And a lottery winner, this eccentric, lonely guy who won the lottery, and he lives on an island off the coast of the UK. He has hired the musician. Sorry, his name is Herb. How did I forget? It's Herb. He's hired Herb to play what Herb thinks is a solo show for like 100 people, but really it's just for this guy who won the lottery. This guy Charles, who's the biggest fan of him and Carey Mulligan's folk duo, not folk. And so he's like, okay, I mean, I'm getting paid $500,000 to play to one guy. It's weird. He's very strange, but whatever. But then he realizes, oh, he also invited Carey Mulligan's Nell for the show, which he wasn't prepared for. So revisiting old demons, opening old wounds, and he's in a way run away from his past. He's distanced himself from her and the music they used to play, and turned into like a sellout of mainstream like pop rock. And so now he's confronting everything that he's turned his life into in this one moment over this weekend on this island. It's a very touching film. I highly recommend it. If anyone likes music, there's some great live singing in it. They're all phenomenal, talented people, and I really enjoyed the film. It was the most heartfelt film of the year.
The trailer looked really good.
Yeah.
I've seen the trailer a few times, but I got to get that on my watch list ASAP. I don't think I saw it on the flight when I was browsing, unless you watched it on your laptop or anything. JetBlue had it? I must have missed it. I was reading anyways.
Didn't know you could read.
Number 8.
Some girl did a Potter marathon, 4 of them in a row.
I've done that before on planes, man.
I was kind of watching too.
It's a good way. Where'd she start from the beginning?
She started Azkaban, Order, Half-Blood, and Deathly Hallows 1. So she skipped Goblet.
My kind of lady. Moving on to number 8, I have Weapons, the most recent release from Zach Cregger, number 1 at the box office, 2 weeks in a row. Just an absolute walloping hit of a film to just come out guns blazing 2 weeks in a row, dominate the box office while massive movies are still out there. I thought this movie was really original and unique, and I like the nonlinear storytelling. You know, very similar to films like Magnolia with different character-focused pieces and sections. Great ensemble acting, and Cregger's just a really terrific, exciting filmmaker to be watching right now, and everyone's really kind of learning who this guy is now because Barbarian was such a big hit as well. But now, Weapons, number 1 movie in the world. I think it's such a cool thing for horror to really be booming again. Like I said, 2022 was a really good year for horror, but it kind of dipped in the 2010s. We had plenty of good horror standouts, but I mean, this year is just a really big outlier for the genre in general, and we're getting so many different kinds of horror. So the genre is just really healthy. It's growing. We don't need to prune nothing. It's doing great. But Weapons was a blast.
Yeah.
You know, I liked everything about it. I like the characters. I love the mystery and the suspense. The gore was really good. And, you know, a couple of stand-up performances for sure. I'll watch Brolin in anything. Anthony's guy, Austin
Abrams.
Get
his name right. It's not Christina. It's Christina. Are you deaf or are you stupid? Christina.
He was great. It was visceral, chaotic, and just a lot of fun at the end.
Yeah, hilarious. All right, my number 8 pick, Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Obviously not one of the strongest in the franchise, but man, once this thing gets going, the action set pieces are out of this world.
You must be out of your mind.
I love this film. I still had a really good time despite all the exposition and a convoluted, complicated plot that they carried over from the previous film. It was still very enjoyable and highly impressive, from the filmmaking to the set pieces to the action and stunt work, and incredibly a massive ensemble of actors that somehow just work from. I mean, you got the war room with great actors, then everyone out in the different fields from good guys, bad guys. This cast is fucking insane.
Yeah, it had every actor.
Yeah, everyone was in it.
Was alive.
Austin Abrams was also in this. Dominic McLaughlin.
Cameo. He played the entity.
Yeah. Great job, Dominic. Fantastic work for you. Such a young actor. But the submarine sequence was unbelievable. I was just like seated at the edge of my seat. It was such great suspense.
You were seated at the edge of your seat.
seated at the edge of the seat, right on the edge of it. Pulse pounding, terrifying. And then the biplane stunt was unbelievable. It was just watching on the big screen, huge IMAX theater. Man, I had a great time. It was so much fun. Perfect ending. Great comedy too, but it's everything I want in Mission Impossible. Action, fights, car chases, crazy stunts. Yeah, it was just like knocked it out of the park. It was a great time.
Nice.
Great escapism.
Number 7 on my top 10. I have Superman. I thought this movie was terrific. I had so much fun. I saw it back-to-back nights. The premiere was a lot of fun. Then I saw it at IMAX HQ. And I just had a good time, man. You know, there are parts of it that I wish were a little different or done, I guess, in a more serious tone. But at the end of the day, I think this is the superhero movie that we need right now. You know, it's very joyful and hopeful and colorful and light. Just brought a smile to my face at the end of the movie. I think Corin Sweat was really terrific as the new Clark Kent Superman. Rachel Brosnahan was excellent as well, and Nick Holt just fucking hell kills everything he's in. You know, as Lex Luthor was terrific. James Gunn, I think, is such a great visionary and just like a cinematic mastermind when it comes to running this universe now. And when it comes to Superman, it's the third version of the century. Third version on the big screen of the century, not counting all the TV shows. So
not counting them.
There's a lot of Superman. But it's fine with me. And at least this one was a lot more original. We got a great ensemble of other heroes, which I was worried would be overstuffing the movie. But, man, it worked. Mr. Terrific is a new favorite hero of mine, and I thought the Green Lantern was great by Nathan Fillion. The rest of the Justice Gang was a lot of fun. But overall, this movie surprised me with how good it was, how much heart it had. And at the end of the day, I think that's just what people want from a superhero movie. And it was a good foundation builder for the DCU going forward. But at the end of the day, I think that they just did a great job, and it was the right step to take once everything went down the last 5 years with the DCEU.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did. I had a blast.
I had a blast at my number 7 pick this year, Weapons, which was surprisingly so much fun and hysterical. James spoke about it really well.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Eloquently.
You were sitting on the edge of your seat, seated
on the edge of the
as
seat.
I was talking about it, yeah.
I really liked it. And the days after I watched it, the more I liked it. It was really unique. I love the twist on suburbia and bringing horror to suburbia. Characters are awesome. Actors are great. I love the camera work. He and his DP did an outstanding job framing this film.
Hell yeah.
The lighting was really great. Cast is awesome. I love the fairy tale feeling that you get. The music's awesome. And ultimately, the villain, it's got to be one of the best villains of the year. Spoilers. Gladys, really, really terrific villain. Didn't see coming. And that scene of her big reveal is one of the best scenes this year. It was so shocking. And, man, it was just fantastic stuff from Zach Kreger and the entire team. I had a really good time. I was just like, I was surprised how funny it was. And Kreger's a great writer when it comes to making something both like cringely horrifying but also funny and bizarre all at the same time. It's really unique, and I think it really worked on most levels, and I had a really good time. We did a great breakdown of Weapons the other day, but yeah, I had a great time with that movie.
So the hot dog bit in the movie, so Marcus and his partner, they have 7 hot dogs on a tray for lunch before Gladys shows up. Do you know what that's a reference to?
The hot dogs and there's chocolate chip cookies and Lay's potatoes.
No, I'm just talking about
Just
the
the
hot
hot
dogs.
dogs?
Don't worry about whatever else is on there.
No, what's the reference to?
So it's a reference to Whitest Kids You Know and Trevor Wallace. So Zach Kreger was part of Whitest Kids You Know, and Trevor Wallace was kind of like the lead star of the whole of the whole show. But the hot dog is a joke and an homage to Trevor Wallace because they were best friends, and he actually wrote Weapons as a way to deal with Trevor's sudden death that happened 4 or 5 years ago.
He passed away?
Yeah, he's dead.
I didn't know that.
Oh, he'd be like one of the biggest names in
because
comedy right
he
now.
was so funny. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And so there's a bit in Whitest Kids You Know where Trevor Wallace plays a doctor and a patient comes in and they're talking about like his health because he's unhealthy. He's like, how many hot dogs do you eat a day? He's like, 7 hot dogs. Talking about how 7 he's like, is that too many? He's like, yeah, 7 hot dogs is a little too high. It's a great sketch. It's a really good joke. Trevor Wallace plays a doctor in the sketch. And so the 7 hot dogs is a reference to that sketch, but they were such great friends, and he wrote Weapons to help cope with losing Trevor as a friend.
Trevor Moore?
I'm sorry, what did I say? Trevor Wallace?
Yeah.
Trevor Moore, sorry. The comedian Trevor Wallace is still alive. Trevor Moore,
Oh
sorry.
my god, I didn't even. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
I
I
think-
remember. I just forgot that he passed away.
It was just really sudden because I think he was only in his 40s.
if that. He
he's-
41.
Yeah, 2021.
Oh my god, died by an accident.
But he was kind of the face of Whitest Kids You Know, Trevor Moore.
Oh my god. Yeah, he was like the ringleader. Oh my god, that's awful. He was so funny and talented. So that's because I remember reading a Kreger interview, and he was talking about losing someone close to him.
It was Trevor, yeah.
It was him. Oh my god. Wow.
But yeah,
that's so sad.
That's the whole point of the 7 hot dogs.
Yeah. Great.
He did something in
reference.
Barbarian too. I can't remember what it was. But let's move on to my number 6.
Let's hear it.
I have a movie Anthony already talked about, Warfare. You know, I think Anthony and I are going to be bringing up movies people forgot about that came out this year. And Warfare, I think everyone forgot about it. This movie is amazing, visceral. Like you said, the sound design was incredible, and I think it might deserve an Oscar. It's that good. I thought the ensemble was terrific. My one critique to the movie is everyone's too young in it and too young and hot, which is fine. That's just Hollywood now. Lots of young and hot actors and actresses getting cast in pretty much everything. But aside from
There's
that,
a lot of average-looking soldiers out there, you know?
there's a lot of just
Yeah.
dudes.
dudes.
Like, yeah, mamas, yeah.
Yeah, just guys.
A lot of pretty British guys in this movie.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they all do great jobs in their performances and their roles. This is a true story, co-directed by one of the veterans, Ray Mendoza, who actually was in this operation. And the attention to detail, the tension-building stakes of this operation are so phenomenal. And a lot of people think, with all war movies that come out, that this movie's praising war and trying to be pro-military and industrial complex. This movie, nothing about this movie says sign up to be a soldier, because it shows how difficult and how dangerous it is, the pain these soldiers are going through, the injuries, the death, loss of life. This movie's anti-war.
Have you seen the letterbox reviews of this movie?
I
Like
know,
the
it's what I-
popular ones?
that's what I mean.
It's crazy.
It's this. I don't think people understand, or they're just watching movies they're not really
I
understanding.
don't think they
them.
watched
They're
it.
just looking at it at the
Yeah.
surface. Like, what about this movie is pro-war?
Well, how is this movie propaganda? Like, it's crazy.
It's not. It's anti-propaganda at the end of the day, but it's really incredible filmmaking, and I thought it was excellent.
Agreed.
Let's
My
do
number
yours, then
6.
Then we'll head to our intermission.
Yeah, number 6. I know you all been waiting on bated breath. What's Anthony's 6?
I'm seated at the edge of my seat.
I got Wes Anderson's Phoenician Scheme. I had a really delightful time with this film. Maybe it's because I watched it after Materialist, like I said earlier. But I was in a downward mood, and I was like, fuck. And then I watched Phoenician Scheme, and I was back in the trusty hands of Wes Anderson. And I really liked Asteroid City. I thought it was a true return to form. And Phoenician Scheme, again, he works so much better with more of a singular narrative than the anthologies and the small narratives of something like The French Dispatch. I thought Benicio was outstanding in this film. One of my favorite performances he's ever done. Mia Thrippleton, really great newcomer. Never seen her in anything before, but she held her own. It's a tough set to act on. To not only do Wes Anderson style acting, but also you're acting opposite Benedict Cumberbatch and Benicio and Michael Cera, Riz Ahmed, Bryan Cranston, Tom Hanks. It's crazy, this cast. Matthew Almeric, Jeffrey Wright. Everyone's so good in this. A lot of really great silliness. Michael Cera, I would say, is the standout of this movie. Once he changes his character, and we get the reveal.
Don't spoil it.
Sorry. He doesn't change his character. He plays himself. No, but he works perfectly in it, in the realm of Wes Anderson. Riz Ahmed, I'm sure we'll see him in all the rest of Wes Anderson's movies now because this is 2 in a row. Ayo Day is great. I love the filmmaking. I just love Wes Anderson sets. It's kind of like going to the theater and watching a stage play with incredible set building because he works on such a small scale but somehow makes it feel huge. And the cinematography is sumptuous, production design, costuming. I mean, I've watched Wes Anderson films for all of the artisans. You know what I mean? It's not just, it could have a weaker story than other movies, but like the craftsmanship on every level of a Wes Anderson film is top of the top and as good as it can be. And it's just, I just love the design of his films. I love the opening title credit of this film.
It was great. The
overhead in the bathroom was really fantastic. So once that credit roll started, I was like, oh yeah! I just leaned back and I put my hands behind my head and I just took it
at the edge of your seat.
Yeah, I actually seated in the back of my seat this time. But yeah, I loved Phoenician Scheme. It was great.
Sumptuous film.
It's a good word.
Splendid. All right, let's run to our intermission. We'll come back.
Let's seat on the edge of the intermission.
Yeah, I know everyone's seated at the edge of the end of their seats because they want to hear our top 5 each. But before we continue, the best way to support Raiders of the Lost Podcast, as always, go to Patreon and become a patron of our show. Patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost Podcast. You can sign up for our memberships to get access to perks like weekly bonus episodes, access to the ad-free, commercial-free version of every single episode so you can listen without the pesky ads that maintain our rent, as well as all kinds of other perks like access to our Discord, merchandise, all kinds of cool things. Check out which tier membership is best for you. We have 5 different ones, but for as little as $10 for an annual membership, you can be a member of our Patreon. Subscribing on YouTube is very helpful to us, as well as leaving those 5-star ratings and reviews on Spotify and Apple. I love to read the written reviews out from Apple Podcasts. It's the only place you can actually leave a written review, but I'll get to one in just a minute and immortalize somebody on the show forever. They help us get seen by new people, add reputability to the show, so leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. Don't forget to also interact with our content on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all the social medias. We post constantly all the time. And with your engagement and your comments and shares and likes, that's how we're able to get really cool jobs like interviews, going to Comic-Con to interview Noah Hawley for Alien Earth, or interviewing Keanu Reeves on the red carpet for Ballerina. That's all possible because you all interact with us. So keep commenting, keep liking, keep sharing, and don't forget to share your favorite episodes of our show with anyone you know that needs a new podcast to listen to at the gym, in the car, on walks, whatever. Send them our show.
This show, of course, is sponsored by our amazing friends at movieposters.com, the number one place to get your posters online today. Use our promo code Raiders10. That will always get you 10% off your order, as well as the affiliate link in the Instagram bio of this podcast. I have a little show and tell for this ad today.
Let's see.
Let me pull out. I got this amazing vintage poster at Comic-Con of Black Sunday, Mario Bava's horror classic. Now, movieposters.com has a ton of amazing vintage posters like this. This is a collector's item. Only, I think, 70 of these exist, and I have number 61. Now,
I'm sure most of them are destroyed.
Yeah, this one, I mean, it's in rough shape. It's over 60 years old. Now, I got this. If you get something like this, like a vintage poster or collector's item, or even a new poster that you want to maintain, you have to get something like an acrylic UV light blocking glass frame poster. This is a movie poster that most movie posters, the affordable ones, the cheaper ones, they have a plastic on it that doesn't block UV light. UV light will damage your posters over time. It bounces off walls, it bounces off surfaces. Even if it's not direct sunlight, it will eventually damage the prints that you love. So to maintain the quality of your prints, so for this, I got a UV light blocking poster frame from movieposters.com, and now I feel comfortable putting this up in my room because it will stand the test of time. It will never fade because it blocks something like 98% of all UV light. If you have posters that you want to maintain, that you don't want to diminish their quality over time from sunlight, go to movieposters.com, get some amazing acrylic glass UV light blocking glass on their movie posters, It will preserve your posters for a lifetime.
All right. Thanks for sharing that with us, Anthony.
Thanks for sharing that with the class.
Show and tell. I didn't bring anything.
You brought your presents.
Here's an Apple outlet.
You can't get that at movieposters.com.
You cannot. Let's get into our intermission now. Let's start with the movie quote competition. Are you ready?
Ready?
Here we go. I didn't do anything. I'm a nice man. I mind my own business. So you tell me that's that before I beat the hell from you. I have so much strength in me, you have no idea. I have a love in my life. It makes me stronger than anything you can imagine. I would say that's that, mattress man.
Punch Drunk Love.
Yeah. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up. Here's my quote. Micro changes in air density, my ass.
That's a great quote. It's one of my favorite from the movie.
What movie is it?
From
We get it. You know it.
excuse me. I'm just clearing my throat. From 1979, director Ridley Scott, Alien.
There we go.
You know how dramatic I am about things. I had to make a show of it.
Very. What character says it?
Well, Sigourney Weaver's Ripley says it after Ash builds the rig for them to discover and find the little alien that's escaped.
Little alien.
Anyways,
All right, you pass. You know the movie.
I've seen it. Guess this movie released here, Anthony. 25th Hour.
This is a post 9/11 movie.
Sure is.
2002.
He's right on the money.
Yes.
Great job.
Gonna see highest to lowest this weekend.
I know. I'm very excited about it.
What year did Ghostbusters come out, James?
Also, it is the same plot.
Yeah. I saw the new
'Cause
trailer.
I know we talked about it and you said
the
that.
first trailer didn't make that. The first trailer made it seem like his son was kidnapped. But the second
I will
trailer,
give you that. But the second trailer revealed that it's
Yeah.
not his kid.
Yeah.
It's someone else's kid.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Jeffrey Wright's kid, probably.
maybe. Yeah, he seems like Jeffrey Wright's his driver, so it must be. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was the release year?
I'm not gonna tell you the year. I'll tell you the movie.
No, I mean, sorry, the movie.
Ghostbusters.
Almost got him. Ghostbusters was 1984.
Yeah. We just did the episode.
2 for 2, kid.
Yeah, he's paying attention.
When did we do an episode on Ghostbusters?
No, 1984.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Like a week and a half ago.
So you fucked up, bro.
I know. I did.
But I knew it was 80s. I totally forgot Ghostbusters was...
He knew it was 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Just give me credit. I won.
You got it right.
Anthony, movie pop quiz time.
It was a great answer.
What serial killer did Jeremy Renner play in 2002?
What's his name? Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer's
Jeffrey
correct.
Dahmer.
That was the name of the movie, Dahmer.
Yes. Sigourney Weaver appeared in what M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Sigourney Weaver appeared in The Village.
You went, it was Jim Carrey-esque. Is that how I sounded?
It's how you said the question.
So embarrassed. Well done. Well done.
Thanks. Do we have any unsubscribes? I'm sure you got a couple built up.
Yeah,
over
we
there.
haven't recorded in a week, so we
Yeah, it's been a
got
while.
a bunch.
It's been a while. I've been laying down the floor over here.
You were gone. I was gone for one day before you.
I did 2 movie news episodes in a row by myself.
You didn't have to do the second one, but
We're
you
running out
did.
of time.
And I appreciate it.
Running out of time.
I was back by 11:30. Well, actually, no,
You
1.
landed at
Yeah, that's true.
11:30.
James was kind enough to pick me up. He was great. All right, here we go. Daniel Penev. Anthony, 10 seconds into the episode. It's a witch movie. Unsubscribe.
No, right?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said it.
Why didn't you cut it?
Anyways,
Last line of defense is the editor.
last line of defense.
Yeah.
Don't blame this on me.
I'm not saying no, but you can't just say single me out.
I
You're
didn't,
part of
I
this
didn't,
too.
He singled you out.
No, he's rightfully singling me out.
Yeah.
But you were laughing at me. You should have cut that out.
I mean,
You should trim that on YouTube.
Fuck, everyone saw it.
All right.
Everyone saw it.
People are posting on social media that it's a witch movie. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. People don't know what movie we're talking about, though.
We're talking about
No!
Superman.
The Witch. Oh, you spoiled there's a witch movie.
Oh, man. All right. JJ Jennings. Good save on that England-Ireland mix-up, James. Almost had to unsubscribe. It was on Movie News. Would
Yeah.
you mix it? You almost mixed them up?
It was Guinness. There's a new show on Netflix about the Guinness family.
Origins.
Yeah, Stephen Knight wrote it.
Cool.
So it's basically, I was talking about how it's like the formula of Peaky Blinders is like 4 brothers and a sister, it looks like. But I said England, but then I corrected myself. I'm sorry, Ireland.
Nice save.
Yes.
Burnt faced rumming. Nice video, guys, on weapons, but you haven't made a full-length review and breakdown of weapons yet. For that reason, I was unsubscribed.
That's a good.
We'll do sitters too soon.
It's a good inside joke.
D. I would love next time to give a spoiler alert. Weapons within 10 minutes, so you know what that means. Unsubscribe.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry. Skim Milk Luke. You said Gal Gadot's name. Unsubscribed. Robert John Leet. Guys, it's 3 vasectomies. Get it right or I'll unsubscribe.
Oh, it is 3.
I've watched the dinner party episode way too many times.
3 vasectomies have on a person.
Ocean. This podcast schedule is all over the place. I woke up excited to hear movie news, and what happened? Weapons? Unsubscribed.
We're getting back to normal now. It's because we were traveling.
Nolan. I love weapons. You guys are the best podcasters ever. Unsubscribed.
Thank you.
Mustard Doctor. He had to ask as a real retail worker. That's an automatic unsubscribed. I can't remember what that was a reference to.
What episode was it on?
Weapons.
He had to ask. I don't remember.
I can't remember. Must have been in the intermission. Phil Mike. I thought I was going to hear weapons breakdown, not the Anthony obsessively loves Austin Abrams show. Another great episode anyways. Unsubscribed.
That's what I'm saying, man. 18 minutes he went on about Austin Abrams.
Cookie Woman. When are you guys going to talk about sitters? Jeez. Unsubscribed.
Still funny.
Oh, man. That's not an unsubscribe. It is Max. No episode dedicated to weapons yet. Unsubscribe. That was from last week. We got a lot of those. People were waiting for weapons.
Sorry, guys. We were doing a bit of traveling and got a little busy.
And yeah, that's it for unsubscribes.
Cool.
Thanks to everybody.
We have a great 5-star written review from Will Cusmano. 5 stars, Stuff of Legends. I usually don't ever write these kind of reviews, but James and Anthony have completely changed my views on podcast listening. These guys are funny, entertaining, thoughtful, intelligent, and great people to listen to. Their love for each other and film is palpable, and I look forward to continue to listen to their work. Best of luck with everything, you two. Thank you, Will. That's a really sweet review.
Thanks, Will.
That was very thoughtful.
I love you
and
so
nice.
much, James.
Lots of great adjectives. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man.
Oh my gosh. It is palpable. All right, Anthony, what's your streaming recommendation?
Watch my new short film, The Mother.
The Mother Kid.
The Mother. It's on YouTube. You can watch it on our YouTube channel. Check it out. It'd be really nice. And then you can rate it on Letterboxd and on IMDb if you'd like to. That'd be really cool.
5 stars. I gave it already.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
My recommendation is E2 Mama Tambien. It just got added to Netflix. I recommend watching it ASAP if you've never seen it. It's fantastic. I just got it from 4K Criterion Collection sale.
Have you watched it yet?
Not since I bought it, no.
Should get on that.
I'll do whatever I want in my life. Thanks.
It's just there to. It's a collector's item. It is.
Do you watch every movie you buy immediately?
No.
Exactly.
I still haven't watched a couple of them that
Exactly.
I got.
Did you watch all your Criterion picks?
I just said I haven't watched a couple of them.
Exactly.
I just said that.
So yeah, why don't you mind your own business? The love is palpable, guys. All right, let's get back into our top 5 remaining of 2025. I'll kick it off with a Steven Soderbergh film, Black Bag. I think a lot of people, they missed out when they didn't see this movie in theaters. If you still haven't seen it, put it at the top of your watch list. It's absolutely terrific. It's excellent. So well made. It's sharp, witty, sexy. Yeah. It's really, really excellent filmmaking from Soderbergh, who's really just a master with how much he juggles, let alone just from directing with the cinematography, the editing. I think it's just a really smart script. Great characters, great performances, confident filmmaking, and great twists and turns. It's a mystery. I think it's a mystery that's just as good as Weapons in terms of what's going on. You're waiting for the answers and trying to figure it out with the cast as well and the characters as they're trying to understand what's going on. It's just a classic spy thriller, that we don't get very often anymore. It used to be kind of the bread and butter of Hollywood for a lot of, I think espionage films, this style, but Soderbergh's keeping it alive. You got to watch it, guys. It's really, really good.
I also had it at number 5.
Oh, look at that!
I love Black Bag, and I've seen it twice. I thought it was exceptionally made. Soderbergh is a really precise filmmaker, and I love the camera work in this movie. Every frame, every movement, the lighting. I love the opening oneer. Fassbender's fantastic. The entire cast is really, really good. It's a really slim movie from David Koepp, who wrote it. He's written so many huge movies, and this is a really nice minimalist film. It's all dialogue, and it's an espionage movie without any action. It's great, and it's just the action is the dialogue, and people aren't fighting; they're talking, and that's what's really cool about this movie. It really slowed down the pace of what we're used to with this genre, and just with action movies in general. And I had a really good time with this film. I also thought it was bitingly funny. It's a very adult movie, I think that's why a lot of people haven't really gravitated to it, because it's a very mature movie in terms of its themes and its humor. It's an acquired taste, I would say.
Nowadays,
and it's a very refined taste. But Soderbergh, I can't think of a filmmaker with as much range as him. He really can do anything. And Black Bag was, I thought, highly entertaining. I thought it was so fun. A perfect ending. I think it's overall just like a near perfect movie, and everything about it worked, in my opinion.
That opening oneer, man. I still think about it.
It was awesome, man.
Such a great opening
Awesome.
shot. Number 4 on my list, a film Anthony already talked about, and I'm assuming we're going to have kind of similar top 5s.
We'll see.
Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, for all the reasons Anthony brought up earlier. Tom's my guy. I love him so much. And this movie was kick-ass. It was long, yes, but my goodness, the action sequences and set pieces are the biggest, grandest you'll ever see in this entire year. And my God, I can't believe some of the things I see watching Tom Cruise do. And I feel like Final Reckoning made everyone a little more self-aware that Tom Cruise making movies is going to be a finite experience in our lives, and to really just keep enjoying the ride. And just, while it lasts, it won't be here forever, but we are so fortunate to have that motherfucker doing crazy things all the time.
Who else would do this stuff?
No one.
It's crazy.
Nobody.
Who else could get this stuff done?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? To actually get these
Not
pieces
just
put
not
together.
just doing it, but producing these movies.
Yeah, it's nuts. My number 4 pick is Eddington, which, I like it more and more as time passes by. I thought it was blistering, so cool and unique and accurate. It was just an absolute fever dream of reality that we all experienced, and everything about it, I think, worked. I love his directing. I love all of his movies. I think Ari Aster just makes great movies, and I like them all.
Ari Aster, we make movies better.
The performances were great. Filmmaking's awesome. The depiction of what contemporary human beings are in the Western world was just, I think, spot on. It was just like he scorched everyone, and nobody was safe from him in this movie, and that's why I think it works so well. And it was just like a really brave movie to put out there. I was really surprised by it, and I like it the more. I want to see it again, but I like it more and more each day that I think about it. And the actors are great. The setting, the storyline's really cool. It has a fucking insane final 20 minutes that was just like worth the price of admission right there. Eddington was really the most unique film, one of the most unique films of the year. And on his filmography, I think it's up there for sure. One of his best.
We're in the top 3 now.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3 on my list, a movie that I think everyone forgot came out, from one of the best filmmakers living and breathing today, Mickey 17. I love this movie. Really excellent. The filmmaking's exquisite. The acting, the production design, the directing. Bong Joon-ho is a legend, living legend, and I think he's just a really remarkable filmmaker. And Pattinson kind of playing dual roles here and just having so much fun, and is just a lightning rod anytime he's on screen. One of the biggest stars alive for lots of reasons, but I think Mickey 17 is going to be another forgotten movie of 2025 that, not everyone loved it, has mixed reviews, didn't perform that well at the box office for being such a big budget. But man, it's so unique and so original, and science fiction, I think, took a step back to horror this year for sure. Not many sci-fi films came out, and sci-fi is my favorite genre. And
sorry, man.
I think, thank you, I appreciate it. Mickey 17, I think.
You've been starving this year.
I'm super hungry. But Mickey 17, I think it's just a movie that I think will age well. It's not an exact, adaptation, book to film adaptation that I expected, but at the end of the day, it's Bong Joon-ho, and the guy is a genius, and I think that this movie is just really just flying under the radar for the year. And maybe I'll get a couple nominations like production design or special effects, who knows? I doubt it. But I'm disappointed by the lack of people seeing this movie in theaters or just watching it in general, because I thought it was really terrific.
Yeah, it was the Warner Brothers had an exceptional year, except this one didn't perform that well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they have an amazing year.
One of the best original scores of the year, too, from Zheng Zhao. Who's just
great score.
He's the normal composer for Bong, but the music's really incredible.
Great cinematography.
Yeah.
All right, next up at number 3, I got Ryan Coogler's Sinners. Unbelievable IMAX experience. We saw it projected on film in IMAX, and it just looks stunning. One of the best-looking films of the year. I love vampire movies. This is an awesome vampire movie, and what I've always appreciated with Coogler is he does an amazing job of always infusing his culture into his films. Whether it be Fruitvale or Creed or Black Panther or this, he is really passionate about where he comes from, and he puts that into his films. And I think that added so much depth and complexity and so many great layers to Sinners, and I loved everything about it. The score is great from Ludwig Göransson. I've been listening to it all month. It's an awesome banging score. The vampires are awesome. Wonderful cast. This is the best thing Michael B. Jordan's ever done as an actor. He's outstanding, and I think he deserves Oscar nomination for this. He's so sensational. I was so impressed by him in this. A great twin movie. Lots of twin movies this year. Still a couple more coming out, but it's going to be hard to top this one. Haley Steinfeld was great. Miles Catton, unbelievable. That voice. Jack O'Connell, I think he's going to be everyone's favorite villain this year, and I think he's going to be a Halloween costume for sure. But I love the film. Shooting on IMAX film with those great lenses and natural light, and practical filmmaking, building these sets, the big scene, that huge oneer, the big music scene, really put this movie over the top for me. It's a really, really fantastic vampire film. I love how he used the strengths and the famous pieces of vampires, and he infused it with his own history in such a great way. Really impressive film. Getting outside of the Marvel machine, I always knew he had something like this in him, and it was great to see him working on his own again.
Don't forget the VistaVision as well.
Oh, yeah, VistaVision.
Which is
stunning.
First time a movie was ever shot on 65mm IMAX film and VistaVision.
Good stuff,
At the same time. I mean, not at the same time, but combined for the picture.
Tommy Wiseau style.
I have Sinners.
Real Hollywood movie.
I have Sinners at number 2, so I'll just piggyback. You said so many great things about the film, and I think it's just a remarkable achievement in filmmaking and directing. And, that this movie really transported you. Unlike most movies this year, it really did a great job of just putting you in a different world. I mean, just that opening shot alone for the rest of the film, you're on an incredible ride of artistry and pristine filmmaking. And, I think Coogler joining the train of preserving film formats, filmmaking and projection, and really now becoming a vocal member of that community that so many great filmmakers have been pushing for the last 10 years to keep it alive and keep people shooting, not just on IMAX film. You don't have to shoot 65mm, but I mean, just to shoot in film in general is a really big deal now. I think that people are hungry for it, clearly, because this movie did terrifically in IMAX theaters and on film projection theaters. So I thought it was really impressive, and I think it's my favorite Coogler movie because I was so looking forward to him getting out of the IP and outside of franchises. The guy, obviously, Fruitvale Station, I think that was his best movie before Sinners, personally, throughout his whole career. But, I think you can only do so much as a filmmaker when you're, there are confines of an IP, whether it's superheroes or Creed, whatever it is. I think there's still limitations to what you can do. I think Nolan's experienced that as well. Obviously, The Dark Knight is still one of his best movies, but once he's outside of IPs, he's making such incredible films now. Not that he wasn't already.
Yeah, he was making
duds. Still made the fucking Prestige and fucking, but
fucking yeah.
But still, when I look at Nolan's
I know what
career,
you mean.
Inception and Interstellar, those are the movies that I really love.
He was free.
Those are he's free like a bird. So to see Coogler outside of Marvel and outside of Creed, oh my God, what a breath of fresh air! And this movie was really remarkable. I loved it.
Yeah, it was overall amazing.
And I think Jack O'Connell is absolutely about to blow the fuck up.
Yeah, especially with 28.
Holy shit!
Years later, part 2.
This guy's about to be a force.
A force.
Okay, my number 1 of the year.
Oh, I gotta do my number 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You just talked for 5 minutes.
You're right, I did.
Back to me. Thank you, James.
I'm seated at the edge of my seat.
You were just so excited.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're going to talk about. Because it's what I'm going to talk about. That's F1. F1, I had high hopes for this film, and it hit those, man. It was a great experience. I love sports movies. I love athletics in storytelling. And I don't know much about F1 at all, but, man, I became a fan because of this movie. The IMAX filmmaking, Brad Pitt just being the coolest guy alive, classic story. So, I mean, with movies, they don't always have to be something new and never seen before. And, there are movies that people are saying the best film of the year that have cliches in it and things that we've seen before. And I'm just like, why do you point out this one but not other ones? I'm just saying, like, what are we doing here? It was just just an amazing, immersive, escapist experience. I had a blast right from the start to the end. I had an amazing time. I saw it again in IMAX twice in 1 week, and it was just like, man, this is why we go to the movies, man, to just get our hair blown back and to have an amazing time. And
that's why you go to the salon.
Yes. I did go to the salon last week. My guy Anthony cut it. But
your stylist's name is Anthony?
And he's a twin. Swear to God. He has a twin.
That's a simulation thing, man.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, F1's great. Damson Idris, Kerry Condon, Javier is so great in this movie. I love the cast. I love the story. It's simple. It's all the right beats. It's, man, exhilarating. It's electrifying. It was exciting. It was enticing.
Let's fucking go,
it was
man.
Excellent. Man, I loved it. I loved F1. It was a great ride.
I want to talk about F1
I
now
want to talk about it.
because it's my number 1 on the year, baby. F1. Oh my God, what an incredible experience. I saw it on the IMAX re-release as well last week, and holy shit. This movie is got the juice, baby. I don't care what anyone says. I made a selfie video about it, and I got so much hate. This movie is absolutely terrific. I've never seen anything like it before. And Joseph Kosinski is turning into that filmmaker where every time he makes a movie, almost it's like, I've never seen anything like that before. I mean, Tron Legacy was so astounding 10 years ago when that came out. And then Top Gun Maverick, what an amazing ride that film was. Just creating new camera systems to put inside freaking jets was incredible. And then improving those systems for making them smaller, more compact to put freaking 8 to 10 cameras on F1 cars, well, technically F2 cars inside the pits as well, and inside the where they're driving. But cool fact, the guy who did our pyrotechnic, who did the explosion in one click, actually built some of the cars for this movie.
Wow!
For
oh
the F2
God, the
cars,
rigs,
for the rigs, yeah.
Damn.
Ilya. But man, F1. I could talk about it for hours. I can't stop listening to the music, man. I'm just driving like such an asshole these days, just listening to it.
Great song, my Hansa score, man.
Thinking I'm Sonny Hayes. Everything about this movie is just what I love about action cinema, man.
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
It's fucking hell, I fucking love F1.
It's great.
That's why I still got the poster inside the light box behind
that score,
me,
man. I've been killing it with that. Oh, I can't stop listening to it.
I can't gush more about this movie than I already have.
Yeah, good soundtrack too.
It is really good
soundtrack.
I think Ed Sheeran's song is my favorite.
Yeah.
Drive.
It's a good one to end with.
Yeah.
All right, my number 1 movie of 2025.
Captain America. Brave New World. What? Oh no, it's not.
Cloud from Kiyoshi Kurosawa.
Oh my God, I forgot to put Cloud on my list.
Loser. Too late, man.
Oh, fuck,
too
I
late.
fucked up.
It's too late, man.
Cloud would be top 3.
Now, this movie was released in 2024 in Asia. It was officially released in 2025, of July of 2025.
God damn it.
So I'm counting. I mean, if you look at it, it's a 2024 movie, but it played in a film festival in America for its like world premiere. It wasn't released, so I'm counting it for 2025 releases.
2025 release, yeah.
Yeah. So if you,
I fucked up. This is a
Yeah.
top 5 movie.
If I think, because I've gotten some flack already, and I'm like, if I can't see a film in that year, if it doesn't come out, then I don't think it counts. So if it comes out this year, I count it on this
It
film.
wasn't released in America.
Yeah, exactly. So 2025 release, I'm
It literally
counting
just
it.
came out 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
It is labeled as a 2024 movie, though. But that being said, Cloud was one of the just like the most unpredictable, crazy experiences I've had in a movie theater this year. Was Kurosawa's made some really cool movies, most notably Cure, and he's worked around different genres. And this was a movie that I didn't think was going to be a horror film, but then it turned out to be a horror film, and it was like such a cool build up, and it was just like I didn't know anything about it going into it. He's got an incredible attention to detail and crafting very unique characters. Even if you don't like his characters, they're so well fleshed out that they feel like a fully realized individual. And this is a really unique story about this guy who resells items online. Sometimes he sells knockoffs of, for example, like knockoff designer purses. However, a bunch of people online are pissed at him for scamming him and ripping them off and selling them like knockoffs. And it's just like they've built like this essentially like a kind of like a underground Reddit community of some sort of trying to find out who this guy is, where he is. Let's get payback. Let's fucking get this guy. And it's just the movie goes off from there into something really special. And this movie just gets deeper and deeper and deeper as it keeps playing, and it unravels and explores completely different genres until the ending, which was just like so mind-blowing. Like the final minute of this movie, they happened and the credits rolled, and my mouth was open and I was like, holy fucking shit, man. What the fuck? That was crazy. I loved it. It was like once it cut to black, I was like, that was unbelievable, man. Also, it's a crazy action movie. This has like the most realistic shootouts I've seen in years. I mean, people are actually firing guns like for real, like realistically. And it was just like, I loved everything about it, man. It was so good. It was just like unbelievable. Try to see Cloud in the theater if you can. If not, rent it. Man, it was so fun. Turn your phone off when you watch this because it's a patient film. But once it gets going, it's just unbelievable. I loved it so much.
I'm really upset with myself right now. I do this every time, man. We do a list. I forgot to put Cloud on here, man. It is a top 3 for me.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, James, you have 11 movies on your list. Where would you put this?
I'd probably put it 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably do F1, Sinners, and Cloud.
Okay, good.
Oh, fuck.
That's
It is
okay,
that
man. You
good.
got it in there. You got it in there.
Thanks for reminding me.
Of course, man.
Guys, it is that good of a movie.
It's great.
It is that good. Because I was like, what's he putting at number 1? Like,
James was like, what is this?
oh, man, that was fun.
It's Thunderbolts. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Thunderbolts is good.
Yeah, but
not
number
top 10.
one.
Not top 10.
Yeah, I didn't have any. I mean, I'm not a huge superhero person anymore.
It's your life, dude.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not. So, you know.
I only got 1 on here.
Yeah, I'm not a huge superhero person anymore.
You're not a super
I'll
person.
watch them,
Yeah.
but I mean, for me, I haven't seen one that's in the top 10 for this year.
I think it's pretty common now. I mean, they're not doing the numbers they used to do.
Yeah,
We got a lot of good movies come out this year so
Yeah.
far.
maybe Doomsday, but we'll see. I just haven't seen a movie that I would put in the top 10 yet.
They could have made a good Blade, but I guess
Yeah.
not. All right, well, that was fun to break down our top 10. Make sure to tell us your top 10 in the comments on YouTube or leave a comment on Spotify or Instagram. We'd love to see what your lists are. Thank you so much for tuning in to Raiders of the Lost podcast. As always, become a patron at patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave those 5-star ratings and reviews on Spotify and Apple. Engage with our content on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Leave some comments, some likes, some shares. And take care, everybody.
See you next time.